My mama say, baby, be careful. If anybody come to say I love you, oh,
Maybe
oh.
Fortune don't sleep. Oh, maybe he's sleeping.
Fortune cannot sleep this time. It's not possible.
Fortune cannot sleep now.
He can't
Somebody
sleep
has
this time.
kidnapped him. He's been kidnapped.
He's not kidnappable.
It's very.
Oh.
He has been kidnapped.
He's not a kid. He can only be abducted now. Gosula, are you serious? Is that you? All right, guys, let's tap the screen, please. Everybody, just tap the screen. It's free. Just tap your screen. Tap your screen. Tap your screen. Let's run the numbers. Let's run the likes up so we can get more people. All right, guys. Let's run up the numbers. Tap your screen. Tap your screen. Tap your screen. Let's sail. Oh, Cruz, you're welcome. I'm accepting you right away. Welcome in the building. Let's welcome Cruz. Doris. I see you, Doris. Doris by Doris. No, her name for here is strong. Oh. Mimi Miracle. I see you. I see you. You're welcome, man. All right, guys, let's run up the numbers. Tap your screen. Tap your screen. Tap your screen. Tap your screen. Let's go. Let's go. Let's run up the numbers. Cruz.
Guys, follow each other. Follow each other. Follow everyone here. Let's
All
follow
right.
each other, okay?
Yes. You can follow each other. If you want to join, you can send me your request.
Follow. You
Let's
want to
vibe.
follow. Let's follow each other.
Cocoline, I see you. All right, let's run up the numbers. Let's tap the screen. Let's tap the screen. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Yeah, Cruz, I see you. I see you. Bad man from way back. Oh, yeah.
Family.
They don't come. But ugly. All right, guys, let's run up the numbers. This is just 4.1. Let's run up the numbers. Let's run up the numbers.
I think with your guys just transferred.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How that way now? How the doings? All the Dorobuchis them.
Yes, I wish you.
I mean,
I was
this
a
is
rich
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said?
I did the cost it.
Sharp. Which of my men say they will just land?
Who I want to with again?
My niggas many now. My niggas many like right. So. You said what?
Best other brother.
Hey, Nicky J Republic, man nigga.
Yeah, I saw Victor last week.
I don't know if you can't do no deal with you for a while now. Now me and Nicky talk class. All right, guys, tap screen. 4.3. Let's run up the numbers. Please, everybody, just tap your screen. It's free, man. Just hit on your screen. Tap your screen. Tap your screen. Who else want to join? You have a lover, and you know that's no other.
Give me the telephone at the shop for more than an hour.
All right, no, we'll brief everybody. We're actually doing a series. We started last week Sunday, and all right, if you can, I can. Mimi Miracle said we should play a game. Send a request. Let me bring you up so that you coordinate the game. I don't know how to play those games, but you can help us do that. I'll bring you up while we're running up the numbers. Everybody keep tapping the screen. Miracle,
Okay,
send request.
you want to play game, Clinton? You have to put all of us down.
How?
Put all of us down and remain with the person that you want to play game with.
No, I'm not putting anybody down. We can play game with the people here.
Photo, Abby.
Share live with more than 5 people. Yeah, everybody share the live more than 5. Just share the live, share the live. Likes, subscribe, do something. Now it's 5K. Now let's keep it going quickly. Oh my God, Victor C may
This is
stay
Mira
with
telling us to play
Galatasaray
game.
one more year.
Okay, this is Mira telling us to play game.
Yeah, Mira is saying we should play game, but if you know how to do that, I can bring you up.
No, we are not playing game. We want to talk. Are we not talking? Are we not having our discussion?
Of course, we're going to wrap up our competition that we started last week. Okay, everybody, tap your screen, tap your screen. We'll get started shortly, shortly. Doro, I know say you vibrant, so I go brief, I go recap what you don't talk so far, so that we'll keep picking. I know say you and God know the quarry. Yeah, yeah. Who is in the building? Yeah, yeah. Oh. Are we for real? Mama join. Oh, you are highly welcome. Come on TikTok. Now you guys come on TikTok. Let's vibe. This is my realest G, all the way from Australia. You are welcome. Good to have you here. I don't want
Where is he?
I don't want to have your name. I don't want to call your
Where
name.
is the realest G?
No, it's on Instagram.
He's already here.
She's on Instagram. She will join us on TikTok now.
A man.
She's the queen of Australia.
Okay, a lady.
Yeah, yes. Now she dey
I
follow the
thought he's a
president, the wrong
man. That's
things.
why I remove my camera.
She dey
Let
share
me go
power
and
with the
mute.
president. Fortune
Okay, I
come
thought he's
here
a
now.
man.
Fortune come
That's
here
why
now.
I mute this.
Come, Faith, not be only you define my past, so calm down. This is na woman. Calm down. Yeah, we full everywhere. We go reach everybody. Okay, Fortune. Mumbai, can you call Fortune directly? Osimhen to stay in Galatasaray for one more year. Okay, nice one. Send request to join the live. About how many people do we have on? One, two, three, four, five. Okay, we have five people. All right, share the likes, share the likes, share the live. Click. All right. Oh, I wish you could help me bring up Nikki J now. Nixon, Doro. I'm not sure he's active on TikTok. That's the problem.
He's on TikTok, I think.
But I don't know if he's active. Send a message if you feel. Okay, just copy the link and throw to her and make me join.
Yeah, I go send him. I go share him.
All right. All the Don Doro Bucci principalities and powers in Delta State. E-concepts.
Sometimes you need to be there for a while to
Yeah, not be like e-concept, please join us on TikTok. The Kako, join us on TikTok. Come TikTok live. Let's wrap. All right. Keep tapping the screen. It's well, let's run up the numbers. We're still 5.8 right now. Let's tap the screen. It's for free. Let's run up the numbers before we get started. We're starting shortly, but let's run up the numbers. Keep tapping the screen. Adding, I see you. You're welcome. You're welcome, adding. All right. In a few minutes, we're going to be starting, but everybody click your screen. 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 Everybody. All right. 1 minute is 12:30 already right here. You are specially welcome from wherever you're joining from. Hi, bro. Yeah, thank you, gracias. You're welcome. I see you. So, Faith, can you help us moderate? Ochmani, everybody unmute your mic right now. Ochman, unmute your mic. Doro, bust the mic open. Mumbwa, bust it open. Coco, open your mic. Turn on your mic.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. Now you can show your face. If you can show your face, that'll be better. Oh, Uche, Donald, Dekako, please, we need you on live. This one are Bishop affairs. We need you to give your gift. Yeah, Oshmani, your mic is on. Dekako, The bishop with the dreadlocks, please, we need you on live. We need you here. We need you on these boxes. We need you on one of the boxes. Ikako, come on live. Come live on TikTok. Let's give you a
Guys,
box.
tap
Tap the
our
screen, tap the
content
screen, tap the
channel,
screen, tap the
guys.
screen. All right. Just yesterday, a quick one. Yesterday, we had a freestyle live. We're talking about our early secondary school love, those first love when they shark like Jack. Yes, Otmani is ready. Those early secondary school love where they shark like Jack. The person will be like the most amazing person on every person that idiots. You can lie to defend them, you would disobey your parents because of them, all those stupid things for those elementary, college or high school, secondary school love, those crazy. That's what we talked about yesterday, and we had people share some really, really funny, crazy, beautiful experience, including me, because everybody have those stories, everybody have those experiences. Now they are sweet to talk about because we move past there. Like everybody get those funny stories, right? But okay, it's time. Now we're starting right away. Here is our topic, especially for Doro that's not joining us for the first time. So I'm going to do a recap of what happened last week Sunday that we are completing today. We did a discussion on essential essential currencies, essential currencies in plural, and we took time to talk about what currency are as legal tender, acceptable by everyone, has power. But just for clarity, we have to break the subject of essential currencies into physical and spiritual. Now, the spiritual controls the physical. But for some people, for some minds, they can't understand the spiritual until they first understand some basic physical or basic physical experiences or basic physical currencies. So what we did was we took one part last week and we talk about the physical currencies as regards human relations. For another human being to relate with another human being, you know, let me not do a detailed, talking or sharing like we did last Saturday. So I'm just going to do quick tap recap. So we apply some basic currency because the essential currencies. That means not one currency, whether physical or spiritual, but we split it into two. We spend time on the physical currency, and we mentioned number one to be money. Money is currency, but it's not the only currency as human relation is concerned. A lot of people think you can only transact with money. No, money is like the most physical tender that we see, we can touch, we can feel, that we can appreciate the physical value in exchange. But money is just one. There are other currency with which you can transact with humans as we coexist. First of all, we can't undermine money. Oh, like all the currencies are not money, but still, money has to be number one when we're dealing with physical currency. Money now is in whatever shape and form, in whatever currency, whatever nation, but money is a legal tender. And I did mention something that money is so powerful that even a child who don't know what money is, if you give them a dollar bill or your highest currency, your 1,000 um, naira or euros or whatever, children tend to even hold fist to it. You'll be wondering, you give this small picking money, you hold and firm. You'll be wondering, what did this child don't know to do with money that they are attaching value to it? That's how powerful those bills are. They can be paper, they can be coins, but for some reason, just to tell you that life is too spiritual, even if we interact more in the physical realm. Money is essential. You can't in this modern world, you can't even deal without it, whether you like it or not. It We cannot overemphasize the importance of money, no doubt. There's no way to downplay it or make it minimal because There are people who are still living today because they are literally buying the air they breathe with money. They're literally paying hospital bills to see another day. So we cannot that we can't say okay because there are other currencies. Oh, so that means money is of no value. Now lie. The only thing that can be compared to money, the only thing according to the Bible is wisdom. The only currency that can be compared to money on value is currency. Said money is defense as even as wisdom is a defense. Meaning the way the weight of money is also the weight of wisdom. The only thing you can even compare close to money or rank with money is wisdom.
Yeah, host, sorry, are we deliberating or just
No, I'm just doing a recap of what we had last week for the physical currency, but today we're supposed to just deal with spiritual currency. But because I'm seeing a lot of new faces today that were not with us last um, Sunday, so this is more like a recap. So the first one we talked about, the first currency we talked about was money. So that because we have other currency, I don't want to downplay money. Money is very important. If you read your Bible very well, the Bible said a certain man delivered the nation with his wisdom. But the man name was certain because he no get money. There was no account of him, but his wisdom actually saved the nation. But there was no account of him, whether his name, who some characters in the Bible they tell you Jacob begat this one born this. We don't know be papa, we don't know be mama, we don't know be wife. We just know that his wisdom delivered his nation. Okay, let's not spend on that. But we did a whole lot of talking on that on Sunday. Now, outside money, as we coexist and interrelate in this plane of existence, after money, the next most very valuable currency is integrity. Integrity. The way you can transact with money, you can transact with integrity. The way you can tender money in exchange for a goods, you can tender integrity is powerful. We put it to the list of physical currency, even if you cannot hold integrity by hand, but it's something it can be tangible. You can feel that this person, like you can see somebody and the description of the person. You can see somebody just wear integrity. You just know that this person. Okay, well, first of all, what's integrity? Integrity is a honest character with strong moral values. Somebody that is honest. Then beyond honesty, moral strong values. It means if this person hold this standard or this principle, this law, they can't break it for, they can't compromise it for any gains or something. Those days growing up when life was still a bit normal, you see some people, they might not be so rich, but you can't buy them. You can't swindle them. They can't go through the corners. If where they discuss, subjects that has to do with honesty and truth, you find them there. If lies don't miss them, they will not be part of it. And they're not go fear to tell you to your face when you're twisting shit. Then now, how is integrity a currency? Do you know some people can walk up in a place and said, I want this, and I will do this and this and this, or I will pay in social time, or I will do this in response to this. Somebody will say, oh, if now you go, that's transacting with integrity. Somebody will say, na doro, no, na sure, na sure. That's integrity. Even on your behalf, like even in rooms when you're not there, when your name is being called up, people can vouch to say, oh no, Clinton, no, never, he can't do that, or he won't do that, or he won't compromise. Oh, the Kako, the bishop with dreadlock, no, no way. It is a currency. There are some people, because of lack of integrity, a lot of things cannot be trusted to them, physically and spiritually. When some blessing won't come your way, I say, no, this man cannot handle it. This woman cannot handle it. Why should I trust you? Why should I invest my personality? I tell a short story about a typical story that exemplified what integrity is last week of a very prominent lawyer. I think in one of Apostle Selma's teaching, he shared something similar like that. There was a prominent lawyer that was really renowned, recognized and influential, right? They had their legal whatever conference, and all the lawyer gathered. Everybody was struggling to have his contact, have a chat with him, or just to have something to do with him. And there's this young lawyer who just got into practice, who never even make any progress. But you know, also desired on the queue to have a rub off on this man. And this same was pressing to, reach out to this man, this prominent lawyer, that the most successful lawyer that everybody wants to, pass with. This guy got access to this man. And the man just held his hand and walked around the hall. Everybody was watching so this man, see this man get level like this to work with this man. The man actually held his hand just to walk around the crowd and was not saying anything to him, was just follow me. They were just straying around the corners, straying around the crowd. And everybody was watching. Like, man, this same person you're struggling to meet, he just held somebody's hand like he padded a straw around. That build interest in the guy, not the man. The man is already, very influential. But this young lawyer tapped from the man's integrity. The moment the conference was over, the man said, I have invested in my integrity in you. Go and succeed. Originally, the boy, no, the young lawyer, no understand. When that man left, the people were still rushing, chasing with the man with card. The moment the man left, other people came to this man, like, "Hi, please, sir, can I have your number? I run this chamber. I'm practicing here and here." Everybody was trying to link up with this young lawyer who never even gets, standard practice yet. What happened? His integrity is even transferable at some point. That man willed his integrity on this young lawyer who eventually became successful. Chamba blew up because everybody wants to reach him. People that could not reach that man, say this man are in party. So they want to go through the man. Or, okay, if I cannot afford the most influential lawyer, at least I can afford the party. That kind of vibe. And the young lawyer blew. You know, the honest truth is, the honest truth is, if you have integrity, you can make it a down payment for something. Somebody can say, now you, okay, now this man's son, okay, and at this person daughter, and at this person husband, like your integrity can even rub off on people close to you. That's association. Okay. Another currency we talked about last week was relationship, friendship. Let's Relationship is very encompassing. It's too broad. But we could summarize them to friendship. Just as money is currency of value, integrity is currency of value. The same way friendship could be a currency as we coexist on this planet and interrelate with one another. Friendship is an essential currency. See, there are people that you just have in your life by virtue of being in their lives or them being in your life. You are halfway made by virtue of there are friends that you have. Interestingly, when we say when I say relationship or friendship is a currency, yes, but there are also some friendship that will mar you. Some can break you, some can mar you, some can make you. But that water they drown people no mean say we no go fit drink water. That some friendship they drown people no mean say there are no healthy friends that are influential that can speed up your life journey or make your life journey easier or facilitate your life journey. There are friends, even Bible talk there are friends who stick closer than a brother. In the same Bible, the friendship that Jonathan had with David, Bible describe and say it was stronger than brotherhood, the way that they call them, or erotic friendship, boyfriend and girlfriend. Like a friend that can stand in the space for you, a friend that can stand in the space for you. If you have a friend like that, is a currency. Like the area where you're lacking, the area where you have gaps, those kind of friends can fill in. Now, it is not just friendship, relationship. There are relationships that being in contact or in friendship or in relation, either as in-law, as friends, as cousins, um, as father, mother, whatever kind of relationship. But I narrow it down to friendship. Can be a currency, can be your gateway, can be your bridge from where you are to where you want to go. Imagine, um, imagine you as of today. walk into a room bidding for a contract, and the person offering the contract is one way back friend. Over time, the period when you guys were friends, you had a good drop off. Not be now sleep with each other girlfriend or on a drag money, or for some reason the friendship sour. Then years after, una clash, it becomes like a payback chance. Like, oh, you messed me up that time, I need to mess you up back. But there are friendship. Even if you don't talk every day, you don't see every day. If una clash, even when it's program or unprogrammed, it becomes beneficial because you know you had a good rub off. Some people are very short-sighted. Some people are very myopic. They only see now, now, and now. It's not about your friends telling you, "Oh, you're my best friend," or "I'm your best friend." For values, what gap can your friend fill for you? Okay, even a friend that cannot fill a gap for you now, you don't even know the reason why they pay. See, okay, let me even give you an analogy. In this life journey, you will live your life. You'll be born, you grow up, have your children, and die. There are people you not come across with, you not cross path with. The people you cross path with, the billions of people you interact with, you cross path with, all of them are not your friends. So the ones that became your friend, there could be a higher calling, a higher purpose for that friendship that might not manifest right now, that might play out over time. Especially when maybe you're on top, you are the one who is you're the one who is the outstretched arm at the moment. But if you value friendship on a real terms, there was a music I was listening to by Damian Marley and Nas, um, Real Friends. Listen to that song if you have time. Real friends. Real friends don't change. The friend that switch up on you was never real from the genesis. There was, let's leave that. But friendship can be a currency as well. As you value money, as you value integrity, value friendship. The only thing is, don't cut off friends, relocate them, put them where they belong. If you have a chat, don't cut off friends, don't burn your bridges too soon. Relocate your friend. If the friend they head and is not suitable for head, put on for shoulder. If you know they're suitable for shoulder, put on for waist. But the real friends that come into your life and stay, there's a psychological analysis that friends that stick after 5 years, they're supposed to be friends for life, except somebody have an interior motive. But if you have a friend that is true, like normal friend that have no interior motive, and you survive 5 years, it's supposed to be a friend for life. If you stop talking, you change cities, you change nations, it's already a friend for life. Anywhere on our bust each other, there's a quick reconnect, like you never left. All right. Another currency we talked about last week was skills. Skills. This cannot be overemphasized because skills separate um, masters from artisans. Skills separate masters from middle class. Skills separate experts from amateurs. Now, on skill, there are some people that are born with some special gifts and they enhance and develop them, they become skillful, they become genius. Your area of strength might not be my area of strength. I might be skilled in something you're not skilled in. You might be skilled in something I'm not skilled in. It is not supposed to be a competition, it's supposed to be a rub off. If I'm your friend, your skill is supposed to rub off on me, mine is supposed to rub off on you. But now let's relate how skills can be a currency. There are people in our remote villages growing up those years. There are some people that are so technically sound, even if na radio that they repair, they do with so much dexterity. Even if na shoe that they fix, you just can tell that like there's an extra hand. As if fix your shoe finish, go shine them, which will not be what you bargain for. You bargain to fix your shoe, they go fix the shoe, shine them as well. Now, people like that, even if their shop they hidden, after a customer tests you once, he go around tell other people. Then the next time it will come look for you, no matter how hidden your shop is located or your office is located. This is where skill is a currency. Imagine you, by virtue of just learning work from somebody, you have clients already, clientele base. Oh, you this man trained you, then I can deal with you. Your skills can even rub up of people that pass through you, especially when it is genuine. When it is genuine, when for some people already start to learn handwork, they call them that year now or whatever. Some masters will teach you as much as they want you to know, as much as they, not as much as you can know or you want to know, as much as they want you to know. But there are some masters that will invest their personality into you, even if you're the dumbest. You see that, okay, um people are patronizing you because of who you learned from. Oh yeah, now that way that train you, oh, that means you must be good. Skill is a currency. If you are too skillful in something, wherever you are, people will come and trade with you. So it's a currency. Somebody can look for you because of your special skill. And somebody said another one was humility. Bible talk that he gives grace to the humble and resist the proud. This is very practical. You see some people, they are so skillful in something, but people that are not as skilled as them are doing better than them in life. And doing better sometimes is not a measure of money. Money is very important. You cannot underplay it. In our current 2025, if nothing tells you say money is a big deal, you're already in crisis already. You know need so now another currency you can trade in human relation is humility. See, humility is tangible. It's like, how can you hold humility? You can't hold humility. If you see a humble person, like people who act out of their original nature don't sustain it. For example, if you are a liar, you can't try to dey talk true for this moment. You no go lie, you no go last. Somehow, the lie will come to you, go deliver them. It is your nature, right? But when you're humble because you want something or you're trying to dribble something, for the smart people, they know. Or even if you work for you for today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, it go still play out that you were acting it. But the real humble people, it is their nature. Not when they need something or when they are in certain situation. They are humble because they are humble. They are humble because they know, if you're not God, why should you be proud? If you're not God, now only God for fit sit down and say, man, I'm magnificent. I made the whole world. I made man. But if you can't give man life, then that means everything you own was given by you by someone that is greater than you. Everything you know, you learn from somebody or you improve on them. Everything you know, you probably acquired it somewhere, somehow, some way, by God's grace too. Just like the Bible, a certain man that was very rich say, my hands don't make me wet, make I gather, man, relax and enjoy. God tell and say, how far? No, you get the life when you want to enjoy the wealth you have, man. So today you go surrender. And he took his life. So in other words, you can be you can be confident, you can be self-aware, say you know who you be. But pride is pride. You can't coat it, you can't paint it, you can't make it look better. Pride is pride. Pride is pride. All right. The last one we talked about, somebody mentioned character, which is part of humility, which is part of integrity. So that was all we talked about. Doro, I'm sure you're catching up. That's all we talked about last week on this essential series. But the beautiful thing is, when we're talking of physical, the currencies that we can use to relate with ourselves on this plane of existence, they don't end with those ones I've mentioned. There are a bunch of them. The list is endless. As we're talking now, some are coming to your mind that, okay, so if skill is a currency, integrity is a currency, there are some coming to your mind. Yeah, there's a fleet, a truckload of them, right? Now, to wrap up, we're just going to just take one or two spiritual currencies, and that will be all. Then the floor will now be open for suggestion, contribution, questions, and whatever, right? So on spiritual currency, there are also very many, and I would deem it fit to tell you that the list is long, just the way physical currency, the list is long, but there is one you cannot. Um, there's one you cannot undermine, you cannot overemphasize. The number one spiritual currency, number one, second to none, is faith. Mumbo, I say it here. The most valuable spiritual currency is faith. You know, there's a Bible scripture that says of faith, hope, love. The greatest is love. Yes, but when we're talking transactional currency are used for transaction to get to something you can give in exchange for something that can exchange in value for something are currencies. So if you're talking about comparing faith, hope, and love is the greatest. That is cool in that context because you're comparing them. But as currency, the number one spiritual currency is faith. No, no two ways about it. No, like there is no bridge. Okay, now let's start. What is faith? There are bunch and fleets of definition of faith. You know, the popular one everybody know, the Hebrews 11 verse 1, that everybody can close their eyes and quote, faith is substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Yes, this is the most popular according to the Bible definition of faith. But if you look at that definition alone, they said is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Things not seen, but evidence. What is evidence? A proof of something. There is a more suitable definition of faith. They say faith is a title deed. For example, if you buy a land or you buy a car, let's say land, for example, you buy a land, there's a document they will give to you from the seller to you, the buyer. They call it's a legal term, they call it deed of assignment, a document that assigns this property to you. Now, the moment you hold that paper, the land has been willed to you. The paper can be in your pocket. It's an evidence that you own the land already, not that you are about to own the land. You own the land. You might not need to carry your land in your pocket to move about or carry your land to show people, yeah, I've got a land. But you have an evidence to tender that you have a land. So faith is real. Faith is tangible in the realm of the spirit. First of all, how is faith the number one currency? The Bible says, without faith, it is impossible to please God. You know what that means? That means if you have love, you have hope, you have all of the beautiful features, you are humble, if you don't have faith, you can't please God. Okay, now let me even explain further. You can't even deal with God without faith. Because let's be realistic. God is up there in heaven. You never see him. You never touch him. But you believe he exists. That's faith. So you can't even deal with God without faith. Say, without faith, no man can please the Lord. So if you don't get faith, you can't please the Lord. Let's leave pleasing the Lord. How can you even believe that a sovereign being is out there? You can't touch him, you can't see him, but he exists and he runs the world and he creates the world. This is why some folks and the science always try to want to make ridicule of Christianity and believing. The reason is they want to use science to prove the existence of man. They want to use science to prove the existence of things, to ridicule God's existence. Beautiful, they can prove all they can, but the Bible also says, woe unto the man who says there is no God, because it is stupidity as well. It better means say, if you say you don't believe God, that's on your account. But if you're not stupid, there are things that will communicate God to you. Nature, when you look at the sky, when you look at the sea. I'm not talking about your village river, sea, like ocean. If you look at nature, you know that there is there is someone in existence regulating these things somehow, some way. Science can make their own proofs. Of course, I mean the sciences. We have geographical proof of how the existence be. We have a historical proof. We have evolutionary theory of biology. All of them sum together. They try to undermine the existence of God. But if you want to really use your sense, your carnal sense, to analyze God, your brain will go fit carry am. Because how can you explain it? That God is truly God in existence. You can't see him, you can't touch him, you can't hear him talk to you. Apart from some men of God say, God told me, God said. If you're not spiritually minded, if you're carnally, if you're physically minded, you say, where God for me to tell you? How? Recently, I think Adeboye said he was drinking tea with God. People start to dey bash and say, that was too much. You and God they drink tea. That is spiritual reality. If you don't even need to prove it to you. Whether not true or not lie, it is not your business. Are you the God to justify him that he's lying or he's telling the truth? So the things of the spirit have to be treated as the things of the spirit. In other words, you cannot deal and transact spiritually without faith. And I'm not being too spiritual, say, with the preach Bible. And if I do that, that's not an offense. But the point I'm trying to make is even people, when not to believe in Christianity, they apply the principles of faith and it works for them. Believing what is not seen as is real. Now, look at it this way. In the heavenly realm, in the spiritual realm, there is a bank. For you to withdraw is the level of faith, an amount of faith to withdraw and bring it to this existence. The spiritual controls the physical. So the more the one who's seen is lesser or is less compared to the part that will not seen. Because if you want to measure the size of this world or the size of God, close your eyes. That darkness you see is endless. But if I open my eye, I can see the size of this, living room where I am right now. I can see the four square angles. But if you close your eye, it's infinite. Like it's endless. You can't quantify the space. That tells you that the realm we can see is less compared to the realms we can see. Now, this is not just faith. You see, one person when they go church, go sing praises and worship every day. He just make things work. As soon as he put effort, he go believe strong the way they do. It works. The principle of giving, whether you believe, you don't believe, when you give, you get returns. Maybe not instantly, maybe not in the same measure. Maybe you give money, you can receive health without knowing. People think in our realm. A lot of people, when they break leg, the leg heal, they will say, I will thank God, say, na leg I break, I not die. When you travel, you are not accidented. You say, no, when some people survive an accident, they'll start to thank God, hey, thank God, oh, now God saved me from the accident. How about the one you didn't experience at all, that God kept you away from? Imagine your spiritual eyes are open to see everything that's happening around you. When you sleep, when you wake up, make just dey watch your life for screen. Baba, you feel just dey waka dey shout. People they ask you wetin happen, you say you no fit talk. Go lost your voice. If your spiritual eyes open, make you dey watch your life on screen. You go lose your voice in shouting. Karen will see you. Will see you. So whether you believe, there are some principles that are uh, um, that are from Christian foundation, but with or without you being a Christian, they work. They are operational, like the law of giving and receiving is a law. If you give without grudging, without expecting, you just give willingly out of your heart because someone is in need. You give. If not 10 naira you give, 10 naira will not come back to you. Money might not even come back to you. It could be something else you are adverting. It could also come as money as well. Is a principle. For example, whether you believe in science, you don't believe in science, the law of gravity is a law. It works. The law don't know your race. The law doesn't know whether you're white or black, whether you're rich or broke. If you jump from upstairs, you are going down. If you jump out of your window, you are going straight down, man. Nothing is stopping you. Especially your even Spider-Man, an inside movie. If Spider-Man jump for real life from a window, you go fall. There are principles that are operational, that are constant, like the law of gravity. It no respect you. Jump from up because you have weight, you will go down. So that is how faith is a law for you to deal spiritually, for you to deal with God, for you to believe in God, for you to even practice the Christianity that we preach about. You can't do it without faith. Because if you use your human sense to rationalize the Bible, you will draw back. That's why the things of the spirit are foolishness to the carnal mind. You so some people just carry Bible, they go church, they watch you. To some people, they say this one they wait till they you they crazy, or you don't get what they do or whatever, or why is your life all about church and all of that? My dear, that thing he's doing that looks foolish to you is wisdom in the spiritual realm. So this is what it is. If we want to talk about faith, they go break. And it will not exhaust the subject of faith. Goose Fringe, I see you. Mina, I see you. Mina, I see you. I see you. I see you. Please, guys, as we're talking, keep tapping the screen. Somebody's trying to join. But I'm trying to round up now so that we open the floor. Because for the spiritual currency, I listed out one. You're welcome. We're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for joining.
Bro, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Good
Bro,
to have
I
you.
just came to greet you and keep going.
All right.
I know you didn't recognize me. I'm Laloti from Nide.
Oh, my G.
Bro, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? Are you in Istanbul?
Hey, bro, I'm good. Yeah, I'm in Istanbul.
All right. So that means we'll see tomorrow. I'm in Istanbul currently.
Okay, no problem. Shall we go talk?
Let's catch up tomorrow. Yeah. Hit me up, bro.
Okay, no problem. I will text you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. For the spiritual currency, I listed faith, prayers, what else? Faith, prayer, love, and a bunch of others. But because of time, I just want to open our mind to see that there are currency in the realm of the physical and currency in the realm of the spirit. And the realm of the physical is not just money. Money is very important, but it's not all there is. There are some people with all their money, some people choose not to render service to you. You never see house help where oga dey pay, the job go tire, e go carry a uniform throw away, say oga no do again. That person try to tell you, with and your money, I don't want to work with you again. There are people that if they are the last person on earth, some people will not deal with them. Money is very important, but it's not all there is, right? Now, for the spiritual, I said we cannot overemphasize or exhaust the subject of faith. Faith is very essential. Prayer is also very important. Um, the word, because God is His word is God. But I'm not trying to preach, but I'm trying to say, even as a Christian, you have currency you can transact with. You have currency with which you can withdraw things from the spiritual realm to the physical. And one of these most important one is faith. Believe, just believe. I wrote a song. One line of the song says, um, when what people say seeing is believing, Oluwa say believe you will see. Now, the ways of the spirit is opposite to the ways of the flesh. The line says, what people they start say seeing is believing, but God say believe you will see. What people there's a general statement, people they say, seeing is believing. That if I see, I will believe. That's the realm of the physical. In the realm of faith, you believe first before you see. So what is it that it is not enough to pray. The prayer, when you pray, you believe say you will get answers. So you can pray all your lungs out, but without faith, the prayer is even empty. Because first of all, see, like I told you, the way you can go to your bank and withdraw money and exchange for something, you can go and tender integrity, you can go and tender humility, you can tender friendship. Have you heard there are friends that would single-handedly something that you'll be struggling to do for years. In a day, somebody do it for you. That person have exchanged um value, whatever they give to you. In fact, some friends are very entitled. Whatever a friend give to you, it's not it's not coming from a place of indebtedness. It's a currency. Somebody is trying to exchange value. So the way your money is tangible to you in the realm of the physical, that's how faith is tangible in the realm of the spirit. Because we can summarize the whole Christianity and even the believers before the emergence of Christianity, people that believed in God, the days of the old. You can there's no better way to put this. But the truth is, the way they say faith, love, hope, love is the greatest. Yes, when you're comparing the three, love is the greatest. But when we're dealing with currency with which you can withdraw from the realm of the spirit to the physical, faith is number one. The currency with which you can relate with God, faith is number one. The currency with which you can understand and practice proper Christianity or spirituality is faith. Even if it not be Christianity, whatever you believe in, how can somebody one day cut tree, use hand build shrine, do evocation put, they can't believe say the shrine they work? It's faith. The person believe the unseen, believe the unreal to be real. Just the same way you believe the existence of God up there that you can see and touch. Florence, I see you. I need to bring you up. Please send requests. Mina, if you want to join, send requests. Florence, I see you. I need you. I need you. I need you on these boxes. Florence, I need you. I saw you just now. Come right back here. Come right back here. Mina, you can send requests if you want to join. Florence, come back. Oh, come back. I use Touchlight look for you. So wrapping up, we can go on and on with spiritual currencies, but I'll use faith as an example and dwell on faith to cover others. Prayer is essential. It's a currency. You can travail in prayer. You can transact in prayer. Let me just give in the Old Testament, there was a man that demonstrates what faith truly is. Or there were men. But one character in the Old Testament I will always love and love and love and love and get so interested to read about is David. David is one essential character of the Old Testament. There is Abraham and the likes that actually exemplified faith, what faith is. But David is from another realm. When God said David was a man after my own heart, people don't understand it. Like, but David, now the same David that conquer all the neighboring nations around, Judea. Now David will be killer. Now David will murder Uriah wife, carry wife, begin the press down. You know, the same David, God say he's a man after his own heart. That's why you cannot use your carnal brain, your natural head to rationalize the things of the spirit, except by faith. If you carry Bible, sit down, carry microscope, your scientific microscope, come to analyze the word for word, the word for word for word, you go crack your head. It's spiritual. Use spiritual mechanism, which is faith. Believe. Believe. Because if you can believe that there's existence of God that you can see and touch, then believe in his word, believe in his power, believe in his grace, believe in his love, believe in the prayers. How can you pray to a God you don't believe exists? So that means you believe it exists. That's why you pray. So how can you pray without believing that your prayer will be answered? That's why some people do one prayer point for the rest of their life. They pray about it every day. It's like a farmer who goes to the farm, plant seed. Every day go open the seed, check and you don't germinate, you go close them. Tomorrow you go back, open and you don't germinate. When you plant the seed, go. Allow the law of planting and growth or sprouting take place. Do your part. Then when you sleep, the misery of seed relating with the soil and sprouting out, it is not your job. So when you pray to God, the mystery of God bringing it to reality is not your job. Do your part, pray and believe and do the needful. Now, if I want to really, really talk about faith, I will pick one man from the New Testament. So I don't look as if we talk old stories. That will be Paul, Saul of Tarsus. But in the Old Testament, I'll pick David. David is an essential character that you can exhaust the whole Bible on. Now, let's see what demonstration of faith is. Okay, I'll use a very simple example that everybody can relate with. Everybody, even if you're not a committed Christian, you should be aware about um, the story of David and Goliath. Is very popular. Like you don't even learn it at old age. At elementary school, they don't they teach you for CROK that David killed Goliath. They give us calendar that year to tell you how this story. But here is the demonstration of faith with David. David was just a young chap. He had elder brothers who were trained and enlisted in the army of Israel to fight against the Philistines. Now, there is a record that the in the Philistine, in their nationality or their community, there are families of giants. Not be say they get just one giant in the nation when everybody they look up to. They have families of giants. They have lineage of giants. The Philistines, nobody just wake up to war against them. The same army that God said, "This is my army, the Israel are my people." The same armies of the Lord, they fight Philistine, they choking. Now, the people that are trained and enlisted to go fight war, including the then King Saul, before you go for that kind of war, they go shield you from up to down. They go kit you up so that when the enemy strike, you'll be defended or protected. Now, the Philistines are also not unprotected. They have their shield and their weapon. You know how those days, how war they be. Even if God no day, sword day. But you need to wear something that can resist the sword piercing you. Now, here's the demonstration of David's faith. A lot of people, before they fight, they accept defeat. David won the fight before the fight. They said this the Philistine giants constant to they were not only intimidating the armies of Israelites, they start to insult the God of Israel. Like we will mess una up, now God will feel save now. These men, the same Israeli armies or the armies of God as at then, they choking. You know, when there are in a war front, there is attack and defense, and there is retreat. When the war don't tough, you go retreat. Or when the war they come into your territory, you go to defend. When you are overpowering the enemy, you are advancing, you are attacking. In this case, according to the Bible, our armies of the Lord, they're choking. They take guide. Now, here is the essence of saying this story is people they wonder why God said David was a man after my own heart. How David became king. David is the last born of his father's children. When a prophet was sent by God to go anoint a king in the house of David, when the prophet got to Jesse's house, that's David's father, all the first son he saw was tall, huge, and handsome, as described by the Bible. The man said, "Oh, this must be king of Israel." God tell him, "No, not being." Check until all the children. God said, "The king no dey here." Then the prophet was forced to ask the father, Mr. Jesse, "I didn't know all of your children." God said, "Make I go and anoint a king in this house." But I don't see all your friends. God they say, "No be none of the king, none of them is the king." The man even forget that there was an extra child because he don't think David to be qualified to be a king. They asked the man, say, "Are these all your children?" The man first said, "Yes, these are all my children, except for the young lad, the small pikin that is tending for the animals in the bush." To the man, to Jesse, David's father, if they were anoint king in his house, it can't be last born and David that is tending for animals in the bush. But why the people were looking at the physical, those handsome, tall guys, when senior David, but God was looking at David's heart, what David was doing when nobody was watching him in the bush. The papa give an animal, say, "Go carry, go feed them." This nigga will take the animals to the forest. A bear came. A smart child will see bear, won't go carry animal, go leave the animal for and discharge. Go take guide. Make you not lose your life for animal when you want tend for. If the bear don't flex, finish, go carry the remaining one, go meet your papa. Ah, Today, while I was voyaging, a bear came and took one of the lamb. The father would say, thank God you escaped. But that was not David. David would take the animals to the bush and bring the same exact number back if it means him risking his life. And God was seeing this man's heart in the bush when nobody was seeing. So the people out there looking royal and gallant in the eyes of the prophet to be king was not what God was looking at. God was looking at a young man's heart who will risk his life to save one young lamb. Well, there are many, those shepherds, they know they go inside bush with one animal. You carry plenty. Bear come, now only one bear fit take. All white animals, they grab their cubs with their mouth. So you go only grab one, carry and run. But David said, no. When you read David's account of his encounter in the bush, David said, one day, in they tell the testimony, one day a bear came to, take one of his animals. David said, I ran after the bear, I smote the bear. No, I ran after the bear, removed the cub from the bear's mouth, and smote it. In other words, he's concerned first is saving the young animal when the bear carry, not be just to kill the animal. What that means, God was looking at this man's heart that I can trust you with Israel. You can risk your life to save Israel. Even if you are not a perfect man, but I can trust Israel with you. So when God look, they look your fine face and your well-spoken and articulated English. No. Now, so David won Goliath, became a king while he was in the bush, not be when he actually fought the battle. That was stage one. Stage two, he heard that the king was making promise, say whoever Goliath, they mess people up, they embarrass the army of Israel. Whoever get this man down will be given a reward. David go forth to go ask, what shall be given to the man that bring this man down? That means in his mind, Goliath is already down. So some people lose their battle before they start. But while some people, the victors win before they start. David was already asking for the reward where they won't give her if he mess Goliath up. That's faith. Who told you can fight this man that your own trained brothers that are in army, that they hide when Goliath they rake? This young David went, go they ask, what is the reward? Whoever bring this man down, what shall be dealt with? Whoever remove this uncircumcised Philistine. First of all, the people that heard him started laughing at him. Trained armies, they bush, they hide. They ask what they won't give who get them down. When it don't to rake, it come the rain. See, what are your testimonies? When you're what are your victory statements when you negotiate with God? What can you tell God? I have done this, I have done this, I have done this. God will look at your account and say, oh boy, not true. There was a certain man in the Bible when they say me go arrange the house, he go die. The man went back and faced the wall and started crying and said, God, I did this, I did that, I did that. The guy petitioned God why he should be, and God give him extra years to live, 15 years more. David started reading his own testament. Say, one day I messed up there, another day a lion come, I messed up the lion. Interestingly, this guy could just run, climb one tree. When the lion don't flex finish, go carry the remaining and go meet Papa. Papa go praise and say, no, go again. You're too young, man. I don't want to lose you. That's not David. David will bring the complete animals back. That was animal. If that guy can risk his life for animal, God say, I will give Israel to this boy. Then that was stage one. With stage two, they say, okay, you don't too rake, say you won't fight this man. Moku even test you with not be tools, your own shield for protection. When they put the armory on David, he could not move. The weight of the iron, the tools to guide, not be tools to fight, tools to guide. He could not handle them. He could not move. But interestingly, this same guy say, I don't even need all this one and they wear me. I'm not a trained soldier. I will get this guy down. The guy went to the war front without a knife, without armory or shield. He went to this battlefield. When he appeared in the field, the armies that were hiding, they were embarrassed. Young man, what are you coming to do? You can't show off. This one a battle of life and death. Goliath is not playing. You come here, come play. You won't come show yourself, say you be whatever, you be that favorite child. Who will allow you come here? Even his own brother started mocking him. You don't carry your wallet come again. You won't show yourself. Da, 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 da. But the guy came from a different mindset. He's not seeing what they are seeing. He's not on the same level with them. The battles when they fight, when those one don't know, they don't know. Then the last demonstration of faith was when Goliath the rake, when David won't rake back at him. Dave said, "Today I will take off your head from your shoulders." How can a man that is not with a spear or a sword, they tell a man that is kitted with a sword that I will remove your head from your shoulder? Where is the knife? Where is the sword? Faith. Dangerous faith. And here is the last one. He said, "Today I will take off your head from your shoulder and feed your carcasses to the birds of the air." How dare you defy the God of Israel? You uncircumcised Philistine. When they raised to the man, Goliath, felt embarrassed. Soldiers they hide. This small picking faced me, the rake. The Bible said, when Goliath took one step out of offense, like who be these rats when they follow me? When Goliath took one step, Bible recorded that David charged towards him. That's the most. That is the most um, description that demonstrates what true faith is. That is fearless. You know the doubt. Yeah, I feel go, it gets me down, or what should I? No. How can you, a man that is how many cubic feet tall, with a sword covered with shield, you hold bow and arrow, is stone. The Bible says David charged towards him. In other words, as the man moved one step in anger, say, "Oh, how dare you?" David knows stuff for where he did it. David ran towards him. He charged towards him. Like, imagine when small picking they provoke you, you won't rush, go mess them up. That was David's mindset. People they see Goliath, David they see one man when he want get down. The Bible said David charged towards him and rolled his fling. One of the five stone, the first one, he no miss shots, he no con gamble, he no con try by error. One shot, he got the match down. Faith. We can't overemphasize it. And yeah, to cap up, there are physical currency you can transact with, and there are spiritual currencies. Prayer is one of them, love is one of them, the word of God in your spirit, not the word of God in the paper, not the word of God on your TV, the one you have taken inside that you can bring out to transact when it's needed. Yes, these are the spiritual currencies. We talked about the physical, but we're going to wrap it up for tonight because I don't want us to deal with this topic next week. So we're going to be our essential currencies here tonight. Everybody that has joined, that has listened, that has liked, I want to say a big thank you for your time. I still have two committed people still hanging on life. I really appreciate you for the long time standing. So Ochman, Donald is here, Faith is here. I like you before we end the live. I like you to say a word or two. Thank you for staying this long. I like you to say a word or two because this marks the end of the series, Essential Currencies, both physical and spiritual. So, Uche, kindly say something to us, a question, a remark, a comment, an observation, just something. Then Moasia,
Yeah.
anything, anybody, anything, then we wrap up.
What about giving? What about giving?
Giving, I think I listed it here as one of the questions. I said faith, prayers, the word, giving, and soul winning.
Okay.
Yes, there are a bunch of them, but that is very interesting. I even mentioned the law of giving, that even people that are unbelievers, they practice it, it works for them. The principle
Yes,
of
ma'am.
giving and receiving is a law. Giving is a law. Gravity is a law. Faith is a law. Whether you be Christian or not be Christian, if you operate in the principle of believing, it will work for you. If you operate in the principle of giving is a law. Like, you can outgive yourself, you can outgive God. That is a very sensitive currency you just mentioned. Some people have given their way to success without knowing. Some people
Yes,
have
ma'am.
some people have given some people a cup of water, and in returns they have an ocean.
Sure.
Some people have bought their health ahead because of giving. Sometimes giving is not just in cash, it could be in kind.
Yeah.
You see an old woman carry load for her, they cross road because it no be your mama, it no be your auntie, just waka pass. But if na the mother of Dangote or one popular person, you go wan help and use and trend. But because it's the mother of nobody, you go waka pass am. There are people who, out of their giving, out of their kindness, have encountered angels. In the Bible, Abraham was one. So, and when we talk of concept of giving, it is not just money, your time, sacrifice, effort, resources, knowledge, updates is giving. You are succeeding, you want another man to succeed. That's a currency. You don't have to give everybody money. Yes, you don't have to give everybody feed. There are some you need to give a net or a hook or direct them to the stream where the fishes are.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Thank you for that one. That was very excellent. Giving is very essential, especially when you give. Some people give as bait. The way you dey catch fish, you put worm for fish hook, throw am for water, fish wan chop and you come use am crab. Some people give as bait. But when you give genuinely, wholeheartedly, without expecting, God knows you can't fool God. He has a way. Even nature have a way of rewarding you for kind giving. Kindness open doors that you don't know exist or you don't think qualified for. Thank you, Ochman. Mumboa, we're wrapping up now. Thank you, everybody. Mumboa, if you want to say anything, you want to contribute. I can see Echo Success on Instagram. Man, I wish you were. This is another bishop. This is another mighty man. I wish you were on TikTok live so that I can bring you up to talk. Instagram was just a backup on this live. Yeah. Echo, I see you. I see you. I see you. I wish you were on Instagram. I know you have a lot to, share with us because that man is a bank load of um wisdom of God. All right, Mumboa, are you sleeping already? All right, thank everybody a big time. Oh, this is 11.9. One like Uche, just tap tap tap. Just make it complete 12K, then we'll end the call. Thank you, everybody. Thank you all. 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 Thank you all for joining. I appreciate. I would have been able to talk and say all of these things to myself alone, but thank God you were here to hear them. Dorobuchi. Dorobuchi is still here. Doro was going to say something. Sorry, my communication took so long, but it was just enough to share and it kept flowing. Dorobuchi. All right, guys. Thank you all for your time. I appreciate. I appreciate. I appreciate. I appreciate. Thank you for joining. For some of you who really know about the series that has been ongoing that just joined, thank you. All right. Good night, everybody, wherever time zone you're joining from. I love you. Appreciate you. How did it disconnect? Thank you, Ochmani. I appreciate. Mumboa. Thank you. Now we're good. Good night, TikTok, and good night, Instagram. Mm, does it mean I've not been live on Instagram since? Okay, I have been. I have been. So how do I end now? All right, let's close it on YouTube. I know this is a test run program. We'll improve and do better. Okay. Was a nice one.